Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you love makeup as much as I do, then you are in the right place. My name is Kara and makeup just makes me happy. I ended up picking up the Rare Beauty Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer. So for today's video, we're gonna test it out. I'm gonna do a wear test and we're gonna see how this product works. I have actually never tried Rare Beauty's foundation or concealer or anything like that. I love their primer, but I've never tried their complexion products. But when this came out, I was like, summer's coming. I don't like wearing foundations in the summer. I like wearing tinted moisturizers. So I'm gonna give it a try. Basically, it's a weightless tinted formula that's supposed to go on like a moisturizer. It's supposed to blur the skin. It's supposed to hydrate the skin, and it's supposed to protect the skin from the sun. It has SPF 30 in it, and it's also supposed to give you a natural, radiant, non-sticky finish. It has vitamin E. It's supposed to move with your skin, and it's non-comedogenic. So let me stop rambling about the product and just show it to you. So here's the packaging that the tinted moisturizer is supposed to come in. It's your typical Rare Beauty packaging. It does go for $29. It's made in Italy. There are 24 shades, which is a pretty decent shade range for a tinted moisturizer. And there also is an expiration date on the bottles, which mine says 10/23, so that sounds like about 18 months. And here is the bottle. I think it's really cute. It's like different. It's round, but then it has this thing here. I just think it's a super cute bottle. So the shade I got is 16C, which is considered light with cool peach undertones. I was having a hard time picking a shade because I typically go for neutral type undertones, even though I could get away with, you know, cool or neutral, but I typically like the neutral undertones. But in my shade range, there was no really neutral undertone for me to choose from. It was either gonna be too light or too dark. So I went with the cool peach, figuring that might work a little better for my skin. So I don't know, we'll give it a try and see what happens. So like all tinted moisturizers, you wanna shake it very, very well. And while shaking it, it does sound a little liquidy, but it doesn't sound that liquidy. Now this is supposed to give you light to medium coverage, which sounds like it's gonna go on light, but it could be buildable to medium. I've never really seen a tinted moisturizer to really give you a medium coverage, so I'm not sure about that. So here's your applicator. It's basically your normal tinted moisturizer applicator. So here's it on the hand, and as you can see, it's running a little bit, but nothing crazy, so it's not too thin. And then here is it kind of rubbed out. Like I said, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do a wear test. We're gonna see how this product wears. And I'm also gonna put some cream products over top of it, and we'll see how the cream products work with the formula. I'm first gonna put on a primer. I'm gonna use the Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer. I actually really like this primer. It's a really good one. I've never tried the other one, the Illuminating Primer, but I would love to. Been thinking about grabbing it. Which primer do you like? Do you like the Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer or the Illuminating Primer? Let me know. So I zoomed you in. Now, normally with tinted moisturizers, I like to apply them with my fingers. That's the only product I like applying with my fingers, is because I feel like I get a little bit more coverage that way and it just spreads a little bit more evenly. So with this, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use my fingers on one side, and I am gonna go in with a brush on the other side. I don't like using sponges because tinted moisturizers are already light coverage to begin with, and I feel like the sponge is just gonna soak up more product, giving me pretty much nothing. So we're gonna skip the sponge altogether. So what I'm gonna do, I guess I'm just going to kind of like squirt some on my face, like that. I don't know how much to use, but there's that. And then we're just gonna rub it in. And like I said, I've never used their complexion products, so I wasn't sure about the shade. Like their shades seem very warm, and I don't like warm complexion products. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't like warm like foundations and stuff like that. So yeah. So it does look like it's giving me light coverage. It smells kind of like a sunscreen almost. It's not like very strong, but it definitely has that sunscreen smell to it. like the beach, reminds you of the beach. So here is one side with one coat with my fingers, and here's nothing. Like I said, it's definitely very, very light coverage. I am going to try and build it up and see if it will build up. Does it blur? Let me see. It might blur a little. I mean, I also have a Pore Diffusing primer underneath, so that might be helping. But it does look like it's sitting in my pores right here. Like, they look like little spots. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but like right in here, I could see little white spots. It's like sitting inside of my pores. Now that might go away once it starts to kind of dry. I don't know. So let's just try and go with a brush on the other side. So I'm going to put it on my hand like so. And then I'm gonna take my finger and just kind of do this like I normally would with, like, this is how I would apply my foundation with a brush. Just kind of dot it everywhere. With a brush, I feel like I got just a little bit more coverage than my fingers. That doesn't make sense because normally your brush is even going to pick up some product where your fingers really aren't. So that kind of doesn't make sense. But I mean, it's not sitting in my pores like the other side is. So I don't know. I don't know why that would be, but it does look okay. It is a little blurring. It's not like crazy blurring, but it does blur a little bit. Let me try and build it up. Again, I'm going to go in with my fingers and then the brush. So again, we're just gonna like that. And I'm kind of gonna just, I don't know. Instead of like swirling it, I'm gonna just kind of brush it instead like this and see if that makes a difference. I do like the smell of suntan lotion. I love getting reminded of the beach, especially since I'm like 4 hours away from the closest beach. So I don't get to go to the beach that often. So being able to smell like the beach is always nice. I see a very slight difference in coverage. So yeah, so nothing crazy. I mean, yeah, it's a tinted moisturizer. It's not meant to cover your imperfections and blemishes and things like that. That's just not the case. But it does cover up some of my redness. I do see a little bit of redness still coming through, and my camera keeps focusing in and out, which I don't like that. But again, it is sitting in my pore area right here. I really don't know if you can see it, but all right in here, there's like these white dots, which is just formula in the pores. I'm gonna even out both sides now and go in with a brush on this side and see how well that builds up. So this is with 2 coats on this side with the brush, and it pretty much matches the other side. I really don't see much of a difference when it comes to using your fingers and the brush. I mean, a slight difference, and that's me like nitpicking, like seriously looking in the mirror and nitpicking. My skin is absolutely glowy, I will say that. It's not overpowering glowy. Like, I don't like looking sweaty. The only time I like looking sweaty is at night when I'm putting my skincare routine stuff on. That's the only time I look like a big grease ball. Other than that, I don't like products that are super glowy, and this isn't too bad. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna go and put some other products over top and do the rest of my makeup. I will come back, show you what everything looks like with all my makeup on. I will show you in natural light what this looks like, and then I'll check in with you in a few hours, and then at the end of the day and show you the results on, you know, what's going on with this tinted moisturizer and my thoughts about it. All right, I am back. All my makeup is on. Cream products went over top exceptionally well. I had no issues whatsoever. Let me give you a close-up of what the tinted moisturizer is looking like. So now I did set it, and it is blurring. I definitely will say that. It's not emphasizing any texture. It looks great. It really does. What I'm going to do is we're going to do a wear test. It is currently 11:30. I will show you in natural light and check in with you later on the day and then at the end of the night, and we'll see how this tinted moisturizer is holding up. Here we are in natural light. It's super sunny out at the moment, but I think the tinted moisturizer looks fairly good. So I will check in with you here in a few hours and let you know how it's holding up. So it is a little after 5 o'clock and I'm impressed. I really am. This tinted moisturizer so far has been doing its job. Let me tell you that. Here is a little bit of a close-up, and my skin is still somewhat blurred. I don't see it settling into really any fine lines, and my skin just looks really good. It does. It looks really good. I am super impressed so far. I absolutely am loving this tinted moisturizer. I really am. Even though it didn't give really much coverage, I'm not really worried about that, but my skin looks great. It really does. So I will check in with you again at the end of the night and we'll see how this is held up, and I'll give you my final thoughts about the product. It is almost 8 o'clock, so it's been about 9 hours, and I'm telling you, this is great. I absolutely love this. I am super impressed with this product. I feel like though that, I mean, it is 1 ounce of product, which is typical when it comes to foundations and tinted moisturizers, but I feel like I'm going to go through this a lot faster than I would another 1 ounce product. I don't know why. I think maybe just because it looks small, but I mean, there's 1 ounce of product in here. Cream products went over top of this. Awesome. I had no issues. I love this. This is really, really nice. I absolutely recommend this. This is gonna be great for the summertime. It blurs and it's got SPF 30 in it, and yeah, so it's amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you're not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. I will link everything down in the description box below. Also, I did apply for SephoraSquad, which is actually ending here in the next week. So if you can please leave me a testimonial, it will help my chances. I would be forever grateful. So again, thank you guys, and I hope to see y'all again soon.